All right, here we're going to cover the FXE Euro Trust shares. And what it means is that we broke a major support level and we're going to completely continue to go down in value. Equities are prone to keep selling on the short side as long as this euro, you crack below that 130 handle. And basically what's going on in Europe today and what people are doing, that's why we're selling into resistance on the way up, just like they did in pre-market. All right? And so basically this is a huge problem. We are broke down on that daily, and I'm just giving an opening on that FXE. They're buying, it's trying to get a little support down here on today's gap down, and that's related to Germany. That's related to the young lady over there making her statements and everything else. Equities will sell off, and as we said, short sell into the resistance levels. They will roll over. That's your pre-market there. That's that roll over right here, and you're making that 620 right there, featuring the daily euro chart, because this is not good for equities. And you are going to get down to my 370 level on this 620 call that I gave out in the opening market before the market opened. They're 510 by 540. Once Google sets it off, then we'll be ready to go. FXE, opening bell. FXE, opening bell. FXE, opening bell. And that's when this thing is putting a bottom in here on that 15-minute, this opening bell. So when this gets support and goes strong, that's good in that time frame, sure. But I can tell you, breaking down in the euro like that is where that contagion and that fear level will start to rise in the VIX. And I'm just letting people know to watch the VIX on this opening bell. It's got a gap open today right here. We got down to a very low fear level, and I can tell you when we got down here to 2350, you can see what happened yesterday, and you can see that today's gap is up here. So look at, we got very complacent in the short term, and that euro will confirm this gap today, that FXE trade. Not only that, on the flip side, the VXN fear indicator, that's starting with a gap to resistance on this opening bell here, 6:37 a.m., right at key resistance, half bar support levels, and there is this lower level. This is the fear indicator. That's why we hit a low on Google, but that's when stocks go down, when that fear level was very complacent over here yesterday. And you can see the VXN. Now, this is also the NASDAQ 100 volatility. And when this goes up, stocks go down. And the short side will work. And the short side is to sell into resistance, just like we use the pre-market. All right? And here are the E-mini futures going down right here. And equities are going down. And as this 15-minute gap, that equities are going to be weak at their bottoms. That fear level is a gap to resistance. We covered the VXN on the opening bell. Here and now, we've covered the fact that the broader indices in 8 minutes is 47 handles down. You're at that 1220 critical level of that S&P opening bell. Let it be known with the fear indicators gapping up on a 15-minute chart, both the VIX and the VXN.